All right, y'all. Friday, September 1st. Almost 12:30, but I got it all framed out tonight. So I got a lot of stuff in here. I'll clean it out tomorrow, show you guys. But got all the walls up. Got all the roof framing in. This is what I ended up doing with the roofing, putting a 2x on edge, kind of centering it over offset of the stud there, so I can get a couple of screws in there. The sheeting will lock everything in. Walls are super secure. Everything's plumb. This sucker is tight. It's a box. It's tight now. So anyway, got my door wrapped kind of how I want it, and do a little funky something around that door there, but it all came out nice. So yeah, I got a frame out for my exhaust fan right here yet. I don't know exactly what size it is, but anyway, there we go. Got her all knocked out in one night. One very early, long night, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, there we go. Cool. All right, y'all. I have to be at work in 5 hours. So I'm going in, take a shower, go to bed. But there we go. Next is a little residual blocking, and then we're going to be spraying and insulating this sucker. Pretty cool. We got like 2 months from today to get this thing done. Alright, I'm out. Alright, y'all, in a little bit of a rush here, but I just wanted to show you guys because it'll be dark whenever I get back. It's dove season, so we got to have priorities. But anyway, here we go. Just got everything all spray foamed with the exception of the back wall here. Pretty happy with how it turned out. Everything is spray foamed. I got a little cleanup to do, but yeah, looks good. Looks real good. Got rain coming tomorrow, so I gotta get everything in. But there's the it's a lot of dollars for the spray foam right there. But hey, it looks good. Looks real good. All right, y'all, so you have to work with me. I know things are a mess, but I'm kind of in a rush right now because it's going to rain for the next 3 days. So I got to get this truck kind of sealed up and to dry. It's also like 100 degrees today, so you know, you get what you get whenever you work 6 days a week. I got to take the days that I get, or the day, I guess. Anyway, we're working on the truck here today. So this box here is what housed the welder. This thing is like 32 inches wide and it's about 45 inches tall. And it's got the big, the louvered doors on the front of it, or which was the outside of the truck there. This is what I'm going to use for my garage area, if you will. You know, you need some storage outside of the vehicle for, you know, the generator or, you know, just whatever things, right? Stuff you don't want inside. So this is going to be my garage. It's also going to be the top of my bed. So I'm going to put my bed right on top of this and, you know, kind of save storage. So, or save space rather. So anyway, I'll walk you over here. Like I said, I got a lot going on. Excuse the mess. All right, so what we got here is, I got my fridge here that I need to get into, but I've got to get that big box in this truck before I close this wall up, because it just doesn't fit. It may fit through that door, but it's too big and awkward for me to get it in there. So anyway, this is what I've got going right now. So all these walls are going to be sheeted again with, you know, this is not finished, but what I did was I went ahead and I've insulated everything I can. So I've got the whole ceiling insulated with R19 batt on top of the spray foam. And then I've got R19 behind that wall, and I brought in all my remaining plywood. So this is going to finish out the interior and the ceiling here. This 1/2 inch plywood, and then my finish is going to go on top of that. But this just gives me the ability to put stuff wherever I want. So here's the back of the truck. I'm going to drag that big box over here, use the lift gate to bring that box in. I'm also going to bring the refrigerator in as well, so that way I'll have it in here. I push everything in the back here, and then I can build this wall out, and I'll have to frame around for the door opening, but then I can actually close this sucker off and make it halfway watertight, sealed up. It's going to rain for 3 days, and I don't want all this
all his dollars insulation getting wet. So anyway, that's where we're at. Oh, I can tell this insulation's working because it is definitely cooler in here than it is outside, which it should be. Like 6 inches insulation up there. So cool. All right, that's what we're doing, y'all. I just want to catch you guys up. I'm kind of in a rush, so I'm not filming a ton, but once I get all enclosed here, then we'll be able to really film. But it's just getting to that point. I know some of you guys probably aren't really interested in, you know, this part of it, but this is like this floor that I built. This is the foundation. This is what's going to make everything. You can't just finish something out, you know, and expect it to be, you know, 20 below proof or 100 degree comfortable, right? You gotta go through all these steps, and you know, everything framing, insulating, all this stuff. It takes a lot of time, but it'll work, and it'll be very valuable. So anyway, we're gonna cover up all our nice spray foam. All right, y'all, so working on the truck again this evening. Just got home from work. Man, I can tell you the days are getting shorter quick. I like it, but I don't like it. I like it because I know what's gonna come. Winter and hunting season, the cool weather, firewood burning, all the cool things, but I gotta get this thing done. So anyway, I left you guys kind of off. I don't know where I left off. I had a big rainstorm coming, so I was working into the night trying to get stuff done. This is what I got done. So I actually ended up getting one side skinned the other night there, and worked into the night. I think it turned out really, really nice, actually. So yeah, like I said, I had to do something with the side of the truck because I had the 2 big holes in it, and rather than try to glass it in and make all that work, I just opted for to reskin it with aluminum here. So this is 0.40, so it's really thin aluminum, and I went over the whole side of the truck, skinned it in. I actually just glued it, so I used construction adhesive. I'm gonna see how that's gonna work. I lapped it, you know, to where it wouldn't be pulling wind going down the road, and I'm gonna caulk all the seams. I would like to keep from putting fasteners in it. Now there is 5/8 back behind there, so I could potentially put fasteners in this, but you know, I'm telling you guys, the caulk holds a lot of stuff in, and I think, you know, by the time I've glued it all in and then I caulk all the seams around the side, I'm pretty sure that you won't see this stuff ripping apart. I don't know, we'll see. About 11 sheets of this is 0.40, which is really, really thin aluminum sheeting for, you know, ease of use and weight and cost and everything associated with it. So that's what we've got here. So I did get the back done. It's all tarped up now because of the rain. I didn't have time to sheet it, and I wanted to keep the water out because it did rain. But I ended up getting everything sheeted. I don't know if you guys can see back behind there. I got a frame out for that door yet, but anyway, this is where we're at on this side. So we're going to try to do the same thing here tonight before it gets dark. This side is completely square. I had a little cut in one piece over there, and of course I got to do around the fender, but I think I got a pretty good system. I'll show you what I'm using here in case you guys are wondering. Like I said, I've taken my fair shares of doors and windows and everything else out, and I'll tell you, it's amazing what caulk will hold. So this is what I'm using here. It's a polyurethane based construction adhesive. I pretty much like it, and to go for all the other exterior caulking, I have got hundreds of feet on this thing that I am going to have to caulk. So there's many different products out there. There's like a ProFlex or a Pro Seal. I've used this stuff a lot in the past, and this is the OSI brand. It's door and window sealant. You can get this stuff in. This is clear. It's paintable, so whenever I paint this thing, I won't have any issues with that. That's what we're caulking all the outside seams with, and I'm actually stripping the whole truck, you know, of all the caulk joints and sealing it up. You know, there's no point in me going through all this work of this thing and then, you know, having it leak. So anyway, that's where we're going. Like I said, these are the big openings that I'm covering up. Just to give you some scale, that's like a 5x4 opening there. So anyway, let's quit rambling here, and I'm gonna try to get this side sheeted here before dark. will make me happy there. So then tomorrow I can caulk all the outside seams and I'll be good. I'll set you guys up if I can. If not, you just have to trust me on how I'm how I'm doing this. I'm trying to fight daylight here, but it's pretty straightforward. Take your numbers. I'm doing the construction adhesive and a big ladder pattern basically, and then crawling up a ladder and setting a sheet on there. And you can see it was kind of streaky on the other side. I'm taking a 2x4 and just kind of using it like a rolling pin and rolling it down. Here we go. All right, y'all. It's getting dark. It seems like I'm almost fighting daylight. I got the light going on there. This is the last piece I've got to put on the aluminum. I got everything else on, just put that piece on. I got the whole exterior caulked except for this back end. So I haven't videoed much because I've been fighting daylight, but I figured this is the last piece here. We might as well try. So set you guys up there. I think that'll work. You can see the opening. I'm gonna cut the opening in after the fact. This stuff's so thin you can actually cut it with a pair of tin snips. And I'm actually sliding it up in there about an inch. So I'm just gonna glue it, let it set, and then come back and cut it out tomorrow. Rather than try to get this joint to fit perfect. Let's see if we can do this final piece here. Hopefully I got enough room. I had to wedge open the top on the last one, but I don't have that luxury this time. So hoping I got enough. Hoping I allowed just enough wiggle room to get her in. I don't fall off this stupid thing. She's a tight fit, but that's good. Still gotta go up some. It went right there. Got glue everywhere. Come on, baby. Come on, baby, there we go. Yeah. That gets it set in there about 1.25 inches before I can caulk it later. That puts my seam right in the dead center of the truck, so it looks like I thought about this a little bit. That worked out well, man. I mean, just a little bit there around the perimeter. Just enough to caulk that sucker in tight. That's what I was looking for. She lined up good. Lined up real good. The truck's not level, obviously, so you can't use a level for anything. You gotta just measure and go off with that. Well, that looks nice. I allowed just enough room. All right, so you guys kind of saw the ladder pattern that I did with the construction adhesive, and then I've just been going back and forth, taking this 2x after the fact, just really working it in, getting that adhesive. You know, there's a fine line between too much and just enough with this stuff, because it'll make bubbles. But I've got my center marks here, so. There we go, work that sucker down. And then, like I said, I know it's just glue, but you gotta realize once you caulk the sucker in, if you can just keep this tight to the wall where, you know, going down the road, the harmonics, you know, bouncing doesn't work it loose. then you're golden. That caulk on the seam is actually what'll hold it. So. I like it. Woo, that's a relief, man. Come back from work tomorrow, caulk this last panel in, and we've got a watertight, we're in a dry. Man, that turned out good. I'm happy with that. Very happy with that. It was a little bit of a pain doing all this by myself, but it worked out good. So this is gonna get cut out tomorrow, and then the actual frame of the opening doors is gonna go in here. But like I said, rather than try to measure and tweak, and it's not like you're sitting on a level square surface here, so sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. And it seemed easier. But, whoo, it's a good seam. I like it. I like it. There we go. All right, y'all. There she is.
Looks good. So, I don't know if you guys can see. That side's all skinned. This side's skinned. You guys probably can't see, but that side's skinned. Ah! Man, I'm happy about that. One more day and I'll be in the dry. Then we'll jump inside and go at it, man.
Super excited. I've been on this for going hard for I've been going hard at this now for like 11 days straight. Coming home and work, giving, you know, a good 7.5, 8 hours every day after work until 11:30 midnight to try to get this sucker into dry and insulated. So anyway, we're gonna go have a celebratory adult beverage there, and then I'm gonna jump back in there and I'll bring you guys in once we get the light and everything set up. I've got to finish my insulation, my paneling, and then we'll have a wooden box. We work hard to get this wood box, and then we got to finish it out. But hey, if you're gonna do it, you got to do it right. And I think a lot of people miss. They just want to jump in there and do the nice, cool, homey things. But man, if you're gonna freeze your ass off, or the thing's gonna leak, or you got to go through these steps. And I want to have more in this, getting it prepped and outside than I will with the inside. And I don't care. It'll be worth it. So. Hey, real quick, y'all, jumping forward just about a month or so ahead of time here. I just wanted to go ahead and clarify a few things. So I did try to glue the paneling on. You can see here, I ended up caulking everything, all the seams after the overlap, and it worked great. I thought it was actually gonna do well. Then we had a week stretch of about 100 degrees. This side of the truck is actually facing the sun for, I don't know, a good portion of the day, 3/4 of the day. This thin aluminum, aluminum does funny things, and I came home one evening and it was all bubbled up. The caulking never broke. The caulking held it, but it had moved away from the actual side of the truck a little bit. So I ended up screwing it. I ended up using pole barn screws, spaced them out, and I don't think it looks bad at all, actually. But anyway, just wanted to go ahead and show that, just to clarify that. Like I said, I had no idea if this was going to work or not. I know that the glue behind it still is holding to some degree, but it just had me worried. There was a few spots where it did kind of break free and bubble up, so I ended up using pole barn screws. Like I said, it doesn't look bad at all. Pole barn screws have a washer on them. They're designed, to be waterproof, for at least a few years. So not worried at all. Anyway, just wanted to go ahead and share that with you guys. Like I said, a lot of this is experimentation, and this is one of those things. So anyway, if you've made it this far in the video, appreciate it. Also, feel free to give me some questions. I think I may do kind of like a mid-build Q&A, kind of like what I did with my boat. I know a lot of people have their own thoughts, and you know, there's a lot of knowledge out there, right or wrong, but I may be able to clarify and clear a few things up. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to work on the truck. Just wanted to make that quick note. Hope you guys are enjoying this video series. It's been a big project and it's been fun. All right, we'll see you all on the next one.